Good evening.
Everywhere I go on this island, it seems to me I find degeneracy.
Watch a few movies, take a few notes. See, it's a lot scarier when there's no motive, Sid.
We have a bargain.
Watch a few movies, take a few notes.
Do you feel the pain? Always the pain, I can assure you, will be exquisite.
Watch a few movies, take a few notes.
His entire work consists of violence, all the time, obsessed with the issue of violence. Mayhem, gouging out of eyes, autopsies on the stage.
Come. It is time to keep your appointment.
Good evening, folks. Thank you for joining us tonight. We are doing Double Feature Horror Show episode 209, and we are all struggling with the new eXistenZ. Just, don't know, don't like it, doesn't look good, not a fan. I hope you're well. We are covering tonight eXistenZ, and as you may have expected, we're also going to have a look at Scream 7's trailer, because how could we not? I feel it's safe to say that we are somewhat interested in the Scream series. Is that fair to say, TCG?
Yeah,
we may have talked about it once or twice.
Once or twice. I mean, it's not. It wasn't the whole reason of this particular podcast existing.
No. We're just
cast our minds all the way back to the first one.
Yeah. Very. We're just casual observers, really.
In fact, that was 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, it's about that.
Jesus,
I think it was actually in lockdown time.
I think it was.
I really think it was. Well, with a new installment coming out, we are, of course, going to talk about it. So the trailer is out. We'll have a little discussion about that, and then we'll have a little discussion about David Cronenberg's eXistenZ, because you wonderful people, channel members, voted for it. Now, admittedly, you voted for it to be covered in October, but you know what we think about democracy on this channel.
Oh, we love it.
Yeah. You got what you wanted eventually, kind of. Yes. Rest of November is going to be Cronenberg, so it's going to be this little interesting David Cronenberg feature, and then we're going to complete our coverage of Brandon Cronenberg. So we'll cover his 2 remaining films that we didn't, because we covered Possessor back in the day, and I seem to recall, TCG, that we absolutely bloody loved it.
Yeah, it was good.
Oh.
I do like a bit of Cronenberg when he's on form.
Yeah. I know it is the apple did not fall too far from the tree, but everything I've seen from Brandon Cronenberg, I've blooming loved. And his father, well, I think it's a bit more mixed. But before we get into that, all the usual YouTube stuff while people are rolling in, very good to see all the regulars, and actually a few not so regulars in. Very nice to see you all. So forgive me repeating all the usual stuff. While you're here, support the channel, give it a free like now. Likes are absolutely free. Tells people that this is quality content if you are interested in horror movies. If you want to go a little further than that, of course, super chats and memberships are available both here and on Subscribestar. And if you do that, you get exclusive content and you get to vote on what we cover. So there we go. Oh, hang on. What is this? I've just seen an interesting fact, TCG. I've got to stop the shill.
You have nothing. I know exactly what I knew.
Is Allegra Italian for gay?
I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to pinpoint on that one. Right. Okay. Ooh. Google Translate. Let's have a look.
We need to know.
Fact checking in real time. Ooh. Let's go. Italian. I'm going to put gay. It just says gay.
Yeah.
Let me.
If not, try whoopsie.
Allegra. Okay,
or
so
sneaky
if you type,
boy.
Allegro in Italian is cheerful, according to Google Translate.
Oh yeah, there you go. Happy. Yeah, there we go.
Oh yeah, so technically
That's close
right.
enough. That's
Technically
close
right.
enough.
So fact check somewhat true according to the Snopes fact finders
Yeah.
right here.
We'll give you that one, Dr. Prepper.
Yeah, you can have that
Anyway.
one.
Wonderful. So that's my shilling. I actually do have a bonus shill for you. This doesn't cost you a penny. I had the good pleasure to be on the Lotus Eaters in Swindon. See, that's how dedicated I am. I travel down to Swindon. And I recorded for Halloween a little special on M.R. James ghost stories. And it was an absolute treat. And they put the whole thing up for free. That's a 2.5 hour conversation covering all of M.R. James' ghost stories of an antiquary. So really good time, really good conversation. It's totally free.
Why am I getting BBC iPlayer vibes from that screenshot?
Really?
That is looking very that's looking very BBC vibes. I think it's the font that they're using on the thumbnails.
I could kind of see it. I could kind of see it.
I feel like Carl's gonna put a video up on his Car Daily channel soon, saying, you know what, maybe the TV license isn't such a bad thing.
What a heel turn!
I know, right? Speaking of which, when are they going to start paying you? When are they just going to get you to sign on the dotted line and have you over there as their,
as a regular
full-time horror film buff fanatic critic? When are they gonna sign you up? When am I gonna get the X message on that lame ass chat now that they have on there saying CCG double feature horror show is moving to Swindon? When am I gonna get that message?
Well, I don't know. It's that Swindon thing, you know. What can I say? I couldn't do it. I could do it, but don't worry. I assure you, I am reimbursed for my copious time there, even if it is
John Graham
7 hours travel.
John Graham says he made it here from Ryan Hollinger's lame review of Men. He's going to do Red Room soon. I think he's copying you.
Oh my goodness. Oh dear. Yes. Yeah. Ryan Hollinger. Pronouns in bio. Yeah. Hey, look, he's better than Critical Drinker. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say about it. I don't want to say anything too mean. You get a nice bit of 20 minutes of coverage. You know, he talks about some analysis. He doesn't go anywhere that won't get banned. He suspiciously deleted his Triangle review. I don't know. He's harmless, isn't he? And he's doing blue. You know, he's got 700k followers, and he's seems to have like about 500 patrons.
Why?
And he still works a regular job. It's amazing.
Why did he delete the Triangle review? What was wrong with
no idea.
Review?
I wanted to see what he said about it, and my tinfoil theory is that he might have referred to her child as retarded.
Right. I would just that word.
And just deleted the video to
right.
I don't know. Not in like a mean way, just like that.
But
it hadn't become something you didn't say.
I thought retard was socially acceptable again.
I don't know. And by the way, I don't want that to sound like I'm doing an accusation. I'm like really racking my brain trying to work out why he would have deleted that review, because I would love to know what he said. But I think that is coming off. I'm coming off too harsh here. He is extremely successful. He produces very digestible horror movie analysis, but what can you really say in 20 minutes?
I don't know.
Maybe it's my problem. I don't know. Maybe it's my problem.
I was going to say, I mean, in about 20 minutes, we've normally finished shilling and sort of working our way around to just sort of talking about the off-topic topic.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
I know. Yeah, I think you could do a lot worse than him, but I don't know, man. I'll just say, like, I wanted a lot more in-depth stuff, and he keeps it very shareable. So I need the more in-depth stuff, and obviously I like a bit of a spin on it, and I never get that from him. So I don't know. This is coming off as way too negative. He's harmless. He's harmless, and he's quite a funny chap. And you got to applaud the gumption on him. I don't want to be. I don't want to seem like I'm doing him down.
Can I? I mean, I
Oh,
don't know
rock
anything.
on, go for
I
it.
know nothing about him. So let me. I'll do some homework, and then I'll come back next week, and I'll slag him off.
Mm.
Why not?
Oh, brilliant! Yeah, you can get stuck in there. Yeah. We didn't do your shilling TCG.
No, I mean,
We
there's
got
not really.
distracted by gay Italians.
Well, to be fair, there isn't much shilling to do because I'm not going to do a quiz tomorrow night because I've had a really busy week work-wise, so I've not had as much time as I'd like to have to have got the questions and stuff prepared. So it will definitely be next week. So do go and check out last week's one if you didn't catch that one, chat. And those watching on the replay, we covered a very interesting individual who may have or may not have murdered his wife / co partner, who is how should we say it? Would, if I called her a word, Ryan Hollinger might delete another video. Yeah. JF Gary Epi.
Interesting character.
He's like an Irish person. He loves potatoes. I promised you no. I'm not touching.
He's got a type.
Hardcore, man.
This is good. I mean, look, this is a nice warm up for the kind of sexual deviancy we're going to cover.
Yeah.
In tonight's stream.
Oh boy, do we like what JF has been doing on the internet? Not. Yeah. No. He's a very interesting yet insufferable individual. So go and check that quiz out. It's a little bit of a light-hearted thing. Kiwi Farms spotted it.
But Kiwi Farms doesn't approve of anything.
They were cool.
Correct?
They were all right. They were all right.
Yeah.
They were like, oh my god, they're noticing, and then it was like, oh, actually no, it's just a few guys just doing a quiz shit posting. I was like, oh, sorry.
No,
but I do. To be fair, I do want people to talk about it. I do want it to sort of get out there because, in all seriousness, I'd only do a video about it if the guy got arrested for the thing, like I did at that Stephen McCullough a few years ago. Now that one's wild.
Oh wait, the guy who tried to fake his live stream.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah, that
was a great video.
The trial has still not been finished yet, and we're talking like 2022 that took place.
Seriously?
Yeah. I still get Google alerts to this day. There was another postponement recently. Damn. I have no idea what's taking that one so long, but I will be streaming something tomorrow. I'll probably. Do you know what I might do? Actually, I was thinking about what I was going to do, and I think I've just settled on it. So about 2 years ago, during the during the Halloween season, I was playing like all of the what they called supermassive games. What are they called? Well, the dark anthology games. So that was like your Quarries, your Dawns, that sort of stuff. I bought the Walking Dead Telltale anthology. So I will play that tomorrow night on my channel if you want to come along and watch me get scared. But I'm going to try multi-streaming. I'm going to see if I can get streaming on YouTube and Twitch. Because if that works without a hitch, consider this a test stream, chat. Then the quizzes will be going global on the internet.
Oh, lovely. There you go, folks. Wishing you tech success. And for everyone else, the link to TCG's channel is in the description. Give it a go. Just confirming before we start, Lawrence, yeah, Reaper is great. Critical drinker with a bit more analysis and the child safety locks off. I'm a big fan of Reaper. Watch his review of Blitz. That's a really good one. Anyway, all right, lovely. So covering our first topic, and that is the Scream 7 trailer.
Yes.
I think I'm gonna have to do it like this because I've still not learned OBS because I'm like that. Yeah,
Aha!
bold stuff.
Just going full Seth Rollins, burn it down.
Yeah, well, something we should note is that they kind of burned down the series, and this is something of a revival,
Okay.
a resurrection, if you will. You know, for this
Halloween
Halloween
Resurrection.
classic.
Have you watched it yet?
No.
Watch it.
No. We
Watch it.
We will. It may. Oh man, maybe for Christmas we just have ourselves a couple of mulled wines. And as I know you don't drink, I'll have your mulled wines as well. And we just pop it on.
Go for it. You have to. You have to watch it. I'm sorry. You have to watch it.
I will. I've been dodging it. All right. So we need to stress. Yes, Laku. Laku or Laku?
Is it okay? We called it Scream 7, but is it technically Scream 8? Because we did have that TV series in between 4 and 5.
Well, is it Scream 3? Because Scream 5 was really just called Scream, but then the follow-up to that wasn't Scream 2, it was Scream 6, but they did the number so it kind of looked like a 2. So is this really a Scream 3? And you know, that would be kind of good because this is written by Kevin Williamson, who is the original writer of Scream 1 and 2, like basically the creator, and he never got to do Scream 3. Aaron Kruger was brought in for that, so I have normal interests too. I do.
What if? Okay, I'm gonna go straight off the gate with theories for this one.
Rock on.
We did one a couple of years ago. You said Kevin Williamson never got to do Scream 3.
Nope.
Okay, what if this is his Scream 3, the original Scream, well, as close to the original idea of Scream 3 that he had in his mind? I'm assuming it was he who had it in his mind before. I think it was before 9/11. Was it before 9/11? Happened?
Was it Scream? It was 2001. Was Scream 3?
Yeah. So
yeah,
because they scrapped the idea with Stu being sort of like a surviving the incident at the house and then masterminding a like cult of personality and and just like raising a bunch of ghost faces to terrorize Neve. What if this is?
I like that idea
because Matthew Lillard is in this film.
He is indeed. After us being brutally teased about a return in Scream 5 that never happened, this is something they've wanted. They've made it happen. We obviously don't know exactly how. Matthew Lillard remains tight-lipped. Like he's had all these cute little cameos where he's not really been Stu, but he's been like he was the guy playing Ghostface in the Stab 8. Was it Stab 8?
I think so. He was in the background
trailer.
as well. He was in the background dancing in Scream 2 as well, wasn't he?
True. Yeah. He's done loads of vocal cameos.
Yeah.
So he's always sort of stayed around. It's quite sweet. He's stuck with the series. My theory is they are going to go with basically a Billy style flashback. It's going to be a bit too hard to bring him back, but if they are doing that sort of basically a cult angle, they could, imagine him,
Yeah,
they
well,
could have him in dreams.
I don't think he's going to be a dream or a flashback or a hallucination, that sort of thing, because they've already done that with Billy, and I feel like that would be too predictable. Okay, another idea I might have is because one of the things that I've heard is that it is just a cameo that he is that he's featuring in a cameo role. So what if he's a post-credit scene? From prison, maybe.
That could work.
Maybe he is orchestrating all of the events in the main film. So you have a different person who's doing the killings and burning it all down as he says in the trailer. But he is being puppeteered by Stu, who is in prison still pulling bits of glass out of his face from the TV.
Tough one.
Han,
Oh, sorry.
Han,
just
I
seen
have been
this.
saying for years, it needs to go supernatural at some point. I would not be surprised.
The good point. I just need to address this because it seems like Lawrence sent a super chat last week.
Okay.
That has not shown up. I'm very sorry. Lawrence, I'm going to check in the back end on YouTube. Now, I am shameless enough to sort of,
can't see it in the
try and
YouTube chat
stingy
either.
for another one, but you know what? It does actually show as chat revenue. It just doesn't.
Oh no, there it is. If you go to fan
is it?
funding, so we've got Dylan Roth, who has become one of us. So hello, and Lawrence for £2 says hashtag 1 week
that?
early gang. If you go to, so I'm looking at the fan funding bit on your actual YouTube, on your actual the actual live stream.
Oh
itself.
right, okay, you are far ahead of it. So that was a 1 week early gang from Lawrence. He is amazing at getting the earliest super chat in, except for that one time John Goris managed to give him the old Italian sneaky boy treatment and get in there fast. Yeah, apologies for missing it, Lawrence. Thank you for sending it in. Very much appreciated. And cheers for prompting. We genuinely wouldn't want to miss it. So thank you so much for sending that in. On Han's point, also Dylan Roth, you need to name me the movie you want me to cover. Very happy to do that for anyone who signs up as a channel member. So Han, it's a good point. Why not at this point? And why not make Ghostface a sort of supernatural angle? And in Scream 3, admittedly not written by Kevin Williamson, Randy does say once you go past 3, you get supernatural. So,
see,
he's backing it up.
Randy needs to come back as a ghost.
As for the
this
kind
is
of
how you survive this one, Sydney.
Blooming heck.
I'm watching a lot of Supernatural at the moment. So
I see.
We just did season 4, episode 11, so we're halfway through season 4 now.
I do like season 4. I know it's controversial, but I like that one.
No, the first 5 are great. The first 5 are my favorite ones. Season 4 is all right. I don't mind it. Season 5, season 6 was okay, but I think I do struggle with some of the seasons. I will admit, but man, you just can't hate it. You just can't hate those two.
It's cozy. It's super cozy. So for Scream 7, for what we see in it, I think as somewhat of a connoisseur of Scream, it looks like we're kind of ditching the phone opening, which I'd be entirely cool with. I think what we're seeing, like this burning down the house and the first couple getting killed at the Stumacher house Airbnb, I think that's almost certainly our opening sequence. I think this is all we're going to see of it. They're just burning it down to basically say new era stuff. It's all one. That's what I assume would happen. And I've said in my, I think both my commentary for Scream 5 and definitely in my extensive analysis of Scream 6, do watch the 2-hour 41-minute analysis, folks. I've said multiple times that actually ditching the phone call opening is fine. It's great to do that. Scream 2 didn't have a phone call opening. It's good. You don't have to do it. You can be a legitimate Scream movie without doing it. It's fine.
Yeah, no, you're right. Actually, it did it?
Exactly. So I think this is our opening sequence, which I'm sure will be fun. It's a fun gimmick. We have got confirmed Sydney's back. We've got confirmed Gail is back. We have got of the core 4, they're now down to Spruce 2, seeing as 2 of the stars got yeeted.
Well, yeah, one of them was scheduling conflicts. which I think was General Ortega,
Mm.
and that Melissa Barrera, she wasn't making £7,000 X posts, basically.
No, should have earned her 7K. That's going to be a really confusing reference for anyone who comes back to this later.
Yeah. Once the conflict's over and everyone's like singing Kumbaya, £7,000 for an X post. What are you talking about?
Where can I make one of these X posts?
Yeah. What do I need to say?
Yeah. I think Jenna Ortega probably just, her career massively took off. So I imagine she was tied to a 2-film contract, and once that was gone, she was like, I can probably get paid more elsewhere.
I don't know. I feel like, the tide was sort of turning. I mean, there's quite a few of these actors and actresses now that are getting political, and especially quite vocal when it comes to sort of like some of these global wars that are happening at the moment. You're seeing it now. I think was it Sydney Sweeney? She recently did a film where she portrayed a female boxer. I think it was, and that bombed, unsurprisingly. But obviously,
really, I thought loads of people would want to see Sydney Sweeney taking a pounding.
Yeah, but not that kind of pounding.
No.
Oh. But apparently there's been conflict with her and another actress because apparently they have differing political views. But I think Melissa Barrera was a bit early out the gate with her criticisms. I think if she had said it now, they would probably be a Scream 7 world with Scream 7 where she was in it. And they'd probably have to find some lame excuse to write Jenna Ortega out of that particular one. But I think she was a bit early. She was doing edgy before it became safe edgy to do so,
Yeah. What do they say? Being right too early is as bad as being wrong.
Yeah.
Well, originally Jenna Ortega and Chad were going to be in the opening scene and get killed off for Scream 7 to sort of...
Really?
Yeah, that was the original plan before it fell. What was his name? The name that's coming to my mind is Christopher Lambert, but that is not the guy. It's a Christopher, and it's the Christopher who did Happy Death Day and Happy Death Day to You.
Right.
And a lot of the Paranormal Activity series. So he's the guy who was going to be doing it before there was a huge social media firestorm over Melissa Barrera, and basically the studio said something, shut it down, and did a massive rethink of this.
Yeah, that would have been a bit of a bold move to have them two go out first. Especially because was it Scream 5 they were in first of all?
Yeah, Scream 5 was when they first came in.
Yeah, and she was the first one to survive the opening.
Exactly. It was a clever play with a metagame.
Yeah.
Which was one of the best things Scream 5 did was hook you in and mess with you if you knew the series.
Yeah, I really, really liked that opener. And I think it's especially because of the brutality of it, and yet she still pulls through. It's like it's really good. So yeah, it would have been a bit of a waste. It would have been a bit of a waste if they just sort of go, you can die in this opener instead. And
exactly.
To answer your question, Han, no, I haven't seen Chrissy. I'll be honest, it's not really my kind of film, to be honest with you. I remember there was another boxing film that had Clint Eastwood in it. I can't remember what it was called.
Something Baby.
$1 Billion Baby, I think it was.
$1 Million Baby, yeah.
$1 Million Baby, that's it, yeah. Yeah, I know, I never saw that.
Pre-inflation, you see.
Yeah. I still haven't seen any of the Creed films, to be fair. I stopped after Rocky, actually.
I'd rate the first Creed.
6.
Yeah, I think you'd enjoy that one.
Creed I probably
2,
would.
Not so much. But Lawrence with an interesting
$1 Million Girl. That's it. Thank you.
Entirely reasonable take. Radical proposal for the Scream series is that they should just end it.
No. No. I'm going to be honest. I don't care how bottom of the barrel these films get, right? because we've got it with Friday, we've got it with Nightmare, we've got it, you know, even they're still doing the Hellraisers today. I don't see why Scream should just be like, I don't see why the Scream franchise should just be let go. I feel like with horror films, and especially when you start getting to ridiculous number, I feel like people should have a safe jump off point, and they say, right, okay, I'm out at this. Nothing else from this point matters. That's where I'm at. But keep making them, and also it's quite cool that these films, even though it's on its 7th now, they still have quite a decent production. They still have a decent amount of production quality to them.
Oh yeah,
you know, I mean, if you look
sci-fi
at,
cheapies.
no, if you because you know you can have like a really good first introduction horror film, and then you get like a sort of like a bit of a dodgy second one, then you get a straight to DVD or straight to VHS if you're going back far enough. Third installment.
Many such cases.
I Know What You Did Last Summer is a really good example of that.
Oh yeah, a great one. I Still Know.
Yeah,
Lesser budget, still released, and then I'll Always Know What You Did Last Summer, which went full supernatural. You know, that was straight to DVD, barely existing. Very true, very true.
Oh, I love that. In these goings down, like Donald Pleasant said, he would do Halloween Part 26 as long as the check cleared. Amen, brother. Yes.
Yeah.
Now, I don't mind. Look, listen, if the films are trash, the films are trash. But no, I think if you can continue to tell a story, I say go for it. Sorry, Lawrence. I would just say whatever your jump off point is, just pretend everything else from that point. It's like for me, Return of the Jedi was the last Star Wars film. Anything after, I don't acknowledge anything after.
No, it's fair enough to do that, but I think you've got it right in two senses, because by naming, say, Halloween or Child's Play and Friday the 13th, it's like they can keep going, and they can have quite a few stinkers in the series, and then they can come right again.
Yeah.
You know, all of those series have had amazing turnarounds and put some of their best work out very late in the game. I always, speak up for Curse of Chucky, Halloween H20, big fan of that, and of course Friday the 13th Part 6, and the 2009 remake. We all love that. Yeah. And of course Jason X is flawless.
Precisely.
Yeah.
No faults with that one.
So I think as Scream has a sort of side role, a side purpose of basically critiquing what is happening in horror at the moment. I think there is always room for that. Although bringing Sydney back, I think I'm a bit more skeptical.
I think I said before, I think when we were talking Scream 5, Scream 6, I can't remember which one it was, but I said, I think, probably Scream 6, I think it was, like, just let them go. Let Sydney and Gail sail off into the sunset now. Their stories are done. So I think, but then again, I think the only reason why Sydney's in this one is because they dropped the ball with Melissa Barrera. Because she wasn't originally meant to be in it. And then obviously when all that stuff kicked off with Melissa, they were like, okay, well, how do we claw some of the fan base back? I know, we'll get Sydney in.
You got to do it. Yeah, massive agreement. 5 was the great send off for a new cast.
Yeah,
but then they just did not do it for 6, and then they'd got themselves in a tricky situation. So I think it's why they did it. As for what we've seen of Sydney in this, it's not going to be everyone's concern, but I can't make huge amounts of sense of her having what would you say, 15, 16-year-old daughter? The daughter looks to be 15 or 16 in this to me.
I think so, yeah.
And, well, you're going to have to pull some shenanigans, because the last time we saw her with kids she was pushing a pram in Scream 5.
Unless the only thing I can think of, if they're gonna look at it like that, then there must be some sort of time skip. Do you know what I mean? I don't think they'd age up a kid in real time. I think that this would have to be a few years in the future, maybe.
It's tricky. Like, the implication is that she married the cop she met in Scream 3, although he's not cast in this movie.
Nope.
And she says that he's with the girls, and technically, even though it looks like she just had like 2 small babbies, doesn't mean that she doesn't also have a 16-year-old daughter and then just
Yeah.
did nothing and then decided, to, go raw again after 14 years or something. I don't know. I don't know how this works.
Maybe she adopted, maybe.
Yeah. It's
Who knows?
it's a tricky one. It's going to be a bit hard to make that work. I don't know if there'll be a retcon on that.
Well, yeah, maybe. I don't think it'd be the first. Would it be the first retcon they've done?
Oh, gosh, that's an interesting question. I cannot think at the moment.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if they do retcon it, I wonder if this is their attempt at maybe trying to sort of pass the torch again, but actually keep it within the family name as opposed to just palming it off to some. Well, I suppose technically it was in the family last time because when they when the big reveal was that Melissa's or whatever her name was, Sam Carpenter was the daughter of Billy. So
yeah,
maybe they'll try and hand it off, but on the protagonist side rather than the antagonist side. That was
also a tough sell though.
Yeah,
Billy had a lot. Billy was like 18, and he's apparently had to have a bit of a Latina side piece. Kept totally quiet. Who manages to get up the duff before? It's tough.
It's a stretch.
It's a tough one.
Yeah. Oh god, I could talk about this. Do we have to talk about eXistenZ? I could talk about this all night.
I know. We could go. Can I throw something else out there?
Go for it.
So, I think we're getting an interesting attempt from Williamson to do something fresh. Like he's bringing a bit of the David Fincher panic room scenario in.
Yeah, I thought that. Yeah.
Do you think that's a finale, or do you think that's more like middle of the film or something?
Yeah, I struggle to pinpoint that personally. I think logically it has to be a sort of third act piece because I don't know how they would. Well, unless it is sort of like second act and like that. Because this is Stu's house, isn't it? That's burning. Is this?
Yeah, I think this has got to be your opener.
Yeah,
shall I try and find that little section?
Yeah, if we're
talking,
talking, because the thing that he says, throughout the film, or sorry, throughout the trailer, is that he's going to burn it all down. He's going to burn it all down. So unless they do a panic room, sets the house on fire, and then you get they somehow miraculously escape, and then it goes into the third act. I just think it's going to be. I do feel like it'll be a finale thing, personally.
It would be a nice varied finale. It would also thematically fit because from what we've seen, the thing seems to be about Sydney has to sort of let her daughter go, like she's too protective. So it's got to be the thing about the daughter learning to stand up for herself and fight in the world and get the independence. Like that's your classic story. Like the mum guides, but the daughter has to actually do the thing. Yeah. Which is, obviously it's a bit predictable, but that is a strong story beat. That is a good thing to go with, Yeah. But yeah, so we can have a guess at it. I think maybe we'll do a round of predictions before it comes out in February.
Oh, 100%.
We'll see what we can do.
Yeah.
Bonus points for most specific, weird and far out, but correct take.
What you can do is you can clip each one out, make it into your own little video, and then we'll revisit them after we've watched the film and see how wrong we were. Go check out my Scream 5 theory clip that Horrorshow took. It's wrong.
Oh, but you put so much effort in that. I loved it. I
reckon Kevin saw it and went, you know what we'll do? We'll put that in the 7th one.
Yeah. Crafty.
And if he doesn't put it in this one,
why not? You can't save all the good ideas for teaching Mrs. Tingle too.
Exactly.
I'm being harsh. I never watched that, but then I don't think anyone else did. That is one of his other non-Scream properties.
Right.
I really should see what he did. It's his first time directing. Let's see how he does. With that said, I suppose 40 minutes in, we should probably talk about eXistenZ.
Yeah, go on then.
That's a bit of a knowing sigh, TCG.
Yeah.
Well, I'll just say before we go into it, while we're here, just reminding you, if you're here, while you're here, if you haven't already, if you're one of those wonderful people on the rewatch, do give us a like. I don't like to keep prompting, but I want to see if it does anything. Basically, maybe still get the cool animation. But yeah, do that. Help us, help the channel grow. All very welcome. And yeah, let's carry on. eXistenZ. First watch, TCG.
First watch indeed.
Hmm.
Which was also the last watch.
Yes.
I'm gonna be honest, chat. I watched it 2 weeks ago. Had every intention of coming back to watch it again because obviously this didn't take place last week. So I thought better refresh my memory, and it didn't happen. So yeah. But all I can say, it's interesting. I love the title to this stream. What if 4chan wrote The Matrix? I've been going around saying this is basically what if David Cronenberg wrote The Matrix. It's just that, Phil.
Yeah.
It's just that.
Yeah. I mean, here are amazing ideas of reality and counter reality and formation of reality. David, you're getting all these ideas into your script. What? Existentialism? No. I want someone to tongue someone's spine butthole.
And the lube bit as well. Like, oh.
I said to you in the group chat, I basically balked every time someone was just messing with one of those things.
Yeah.
I can't stand it. Lawrence saying, can't wait for the gay reading.
I don't. The gay reading normally implies that there's some sort of subtext to it, but I don't think you need one for that.
You can't spell subtext without butt sex.
Oh my god!
Right? Yeah.
Oh my god! Hang on a minute.
Don't click
Hang
that.
on a minute. Hang on a minute. Subtext. B. U.
Thank you, Lawrence. Thank you very much. Yeah, we will. I don't think we're going to let you down.
Oh my god.
BCG's just doing the anagram.
Sorry,
anagram.
We're just doing a live fact check here as per Snopes. Yeah, it's true.
Well, this came out in, as we said, wrote The Matrix, came out. What if 4chan wrote The Matrix? This came out the same year as The Matrix. Also, I believe, same year as Dark City. Like, what is it about that turn of the millennium that had us all doubting whether we're living in reality or not?
Don't know. Something to do with something to do with the 21st century. Some sort of apocalyptic prediction. I don't know.
Yeah. 13th floor, and even stuff just like Office Space and Fight Club coming out and being like, it doesn't feel real to me, guys. Feels like we're in a simulation. It's so interesting that these all come out like 1999. Oh man, I've got to get that off the screen. I can't stand it. Ugh. So the quick overview, it's a David Cronenberg production for about 15 million US dollars equivalent, split between British and Canadian money, filming in Canada as is not unusual for him. This bombed. This massively bombed, and I think I want to partially blame the fact that there was so much competition for the idea of like a, I don't know, alternate reality that you enter through a weird port situation. Like, too much competition for it. No one wants to see another one.
Yeah, and the other, but the other one that had the shove a thing in the back of you was more appropriately placed than, and it was pardon the pun, but it was a bit harder. I mean, they were like fingering the bloody thing in to
of course, it's David Cronenberg. You've got a brand new hole. He is, of course, going to want he's just counting down the seconds until he could stick stuff in it.
They are practically thumbing it in. Sorry, I should have said.
Yeah.
fucking hell, this film, man.
It is the Cronenbergian preoccupation. Was it Crimes of the Future? It's just, as far as I can understand from the trailers, have not watched the film, but it seems to be a lot about some intense body modification to, just like this film, open up realms of new possibilities. Dude has a focus. Dude has a very singular interest. What can I say? And it is relentless. Yeah, the tasteful thickness and F4RT. This is not accidental. He is constantly sort of skirting the line over how obviously sort of phallic or yonic these things are. I'm trying to see how many of these did I save. Here we go. Like, by the time you get to the micro plug,
that is that.
I mean,
yeah. I mean, we that's so obvious what he was.
I learned about that. I think I must have like practiced. Oh, I swear we got a teacher telling us about this with a very, very embarrassed face.
F4 Ert said earlier, is that a butt plug? No, but is this? And look at that. What does it say? Metalube up there.
Yeah, what is it? Metalube it is.
Oh, God.
With biogel. Talk about the biogel. My goodness.
This is just why?
Thank you, Lawrence. Good taste. A History of Violence, indeed. A fabulous film. A wonderful film. Okay, look, we can't all blame the competition. TCG, I mean, you can tell from the way we're going on about there is good stuff in this, right? I think there is really good stuff in this film, but I'm just going to throw it out there. TCG, I found this so frustrating.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, very, very frustrating. I pointed out privately that the dialogue is just awful throughout the film. Although I feel like it does have a reason for that. And I'm sure we'll get to that. Did you want to do the pint of Guinness summary or?
Yeah, go on. I'll give you a super, super quick one, and I'm going to be very merciful to everyone.
Oh, okay.
We might pick up some very specific details, but you'll understand why I'm going to be quick. So basically, we open on people attending a trial of a new game called eXistenZ. It is super secret. They are the first people seeing it. Christopher Eccleston, with a terrible accent, tells them that they're going to be selected to give it a go, and they will be using the new biopods to test the game, designed by wunderkind game designer Allegra Geller, right here in the center.
How 90s is this picture right here?
Yeah. Hang on. Terrible, unconvincing accents, awkward dialogue. The game designer is a Whammons. None of this seems real. Is there a point to this? I don't know. Maybe we'll get to it later. They all plug in. Unfortunately, the trial is sabotaged by Chris Lemke before he starred in Final Destination 3. What a great movie. We all liked Final Destination 3, didn't we?
We do.
Yeah.
Better
the worst bodyguard. He's literally closing his eyes so he can't see the obvious thing.
yeah. You can't sack me if I didn't see it.
I'm just saying, if I were doing the blocking, I would at least have them not in shot to avoid how awkward it is.
The tooth gun. I mean, where's the barrel? It just doesn't work.
Really makes you think, doesn't it? So yes, Chris Lemke does an assassination on Yigal Geller. She then worries how much her company is compromised if they're able to get past the security and attack her, try and take her out. So she goes on the run with Jude Law's terribly accented, very stilted Ted Pikel. and they go on a bit of an adventure. She needs to check that her game is still working, her game pod is still working, because she has the only copy of the game. So Pikel goes and gets a bioport installed. He's sort of proud at not having the bioport. He's a bit of a Luddite, but he nevertheless goes and gets one in. And it is the first of one of many assassination attempts on him, as they are betrayed over and over again in the film by people who want to assassinate Allegra Geller. Ultimately, they manage to get the bioport repaired. It looks like this.
God.
And having finally done it safely, got somewhere nice and safe, she
breaks him in gently.
She breaks him in gently. And they play the game together because they need to be in together for reasons. They go into the game and then explore that game's world.
Chinese restaurant, will you make it out alive?
I found this hilarious. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Oh.
That or Hassan's room, which's dog got a better chance in, who knows?
It's
so,
kind of like,
yes.
Does your collar have an electric shocker on it?
Brilliant stuff. One of the other cool details is in this game within a game, you can see the other games they've got here. I love this. Attack Dog and Hit by a Car.
Yeah.
Now,
there is GTA.
There is a point to this. By the way, you notice that in the different levels of reality, the hair always changes, which kind of helps you keep track.
Okay.
Yeah, they hook up. He obviously does this thing.
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
It's David Cronenberg. There is a new hole. It is a new goal. Come on.
Yeah, that grossed me out, man.
I know. So we then are in the new layer of reality. Can I just say stuff happens, which we discussed in
hang on. Actually, I want to just adjust my. So, what if that David Cronenberg wrote The Matrix and Inception?
Well, there is an Inception element to this, very much so.
Yeah.
Things are very awkward in the next level of reality. But yet, further betrayals go. In a fantastic scene, Jude Law assembles his own biogun.
It's just
with the gristle and jelly all over his hands. I fantastic. Yes, Murgoot. All new orifices to be explored. Although I believe technically it's a stoma. Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah, technically. There is a fascinating British legal dilemma around stoma. And if I get desperate in this stream, we might discuss it. Tell you what, leave a super chat if you want to hear about British sexual crime law. And maybe I will horrify you with it. Anyway. So, they get themselves a brand new gun. They use it immediately on a poor waiter. More endless betrayals and backstabbing and reveals of secret agendas happen. Basically, everyone dies. Pikel tries to also betray Allegra. She manages to, show that she never believed him in the first place. Planted an explosive in his back, blows his back out. Wouldn't be the first guy to get his back blown out. There's a gay reading, folks. And declares victory. Yes, I am skirting over this very quickly, but there is a reason. Because we immediately discover, after quite a cool series of morphs, that they were in a game the whole time.
Whoa.
That actually, yes, the trial to play eXistenZ was actually happening within a reality, a game called eXistenZ. And a very young Sarah Polley, long before she starred as in the excellent 2004 remake of Dawn of the Dead. Yeah? You recognize
my God, now
yeah,
I do, yeah.
She's tiny.
What the hell?
Tiny and ginger.
Yeah. Would.
Yeah. Ooh-wee. Yeah, she's leading it as you would expect. The game designer is, of course, an awkward, nerdy guy. It's him. He's your actual game designer. Dr. Prepper, of course, as would we all. As would we all. You'd smash in a bathroom too. Actually, I don't remember how many of you. I assume you all like Dawn of the Dead 2004. You're cool with this reference.
We
Yes, basically.
love Dawn of the Dead 2004.
That's great. It's so good.
We are pro Snyder on that one, and James Gunn, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think did he write it? And Schneider, yeah. Anyway, you find out basically every character we got to know who was acting super weird and stilted with a terrible accent. Well, that's because they were someone here testing eXistenZ. Oh, and then it turns out that the people playing, I'm just going to say the actors, Jude Law and Jennifer Jason Leigh, are actually,
anti-gamer
action. They're bully hunters.
Yeah.
And
oh, what a reference. What a throwback.
Yeah. Released the same year as Go. Interesting. Although, of course, The Gift from, I think, 2000, the next year, or 2001, is probably the Katie Holmes movie you want to see. Come on, chat. You know. They turn out to actually be anti-gamers. They are the true realists. And they go and assassinate both poor Sarah Polly and the game designer, whose surname is Nourish.
Wow.
They're about to basically massacre probably everyone else. And the guy ends up asking them, wait, are we still in the game?
Yeah.
And that is, I thought you'd like that, Murgoot. I thought you'd like that callback. And that is your plot to eXistenZ. Why was I so sort of short in going over all the labyrinthine twists and turns? Because the film tells you basically they do not matter.
Yeah.
So
pretty much, yeah.
Having set that up, TCG, do you think that made it? Well, tell me more about your experience. I don't want to be too leading here.
Yeah, no, I don't know. To be fair, I mean, you pretty much nailed it. I mean, everything that happens in the build up to this moment is just it doesn't matter. You sort of, I mean, if anything, you're thinking, oh, wow, this is it was actually quite a shit game because the dialogue's awful, the acting's bad, the storyline sucks, the plot twists and the bloody bad guy monologues are just exhausting. Oh, it was a game. Oh, right, that explains why it was so bad. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Now. Oh, wait a minute. It's just rinsing and repeating now. I just, I didn't get this film. I'm sorry, it wasn't for me. I thought, I do love me a little bit of body horror, and Cronenberg is very, very good at getting that sort of stuff out there. But even things like the bone gun thing that they were crafting, and things just didn't work for me, man. Even the biopod things that they were using, they're just randomly massaging the thing. It's like, what does it actually do besides act as like a gateway into eXistenZ or eXistenZ, whatever you call it? How does the configuration work? Why do I need to buy Metalube? Why do I need a plug to shove in me the lower back half of me? What are you trying to tell me, Cronenberg? What is this? I know it's the year. I know you're portraying this as the year 2030, and I know that VR has had a bit of a resurgence in recent years, as it tends to every sort of 10, 15 years. But this is not how I envision VR to be in 2030. I didn't like it. It made me feel uncomfortable.
When you realise that actually the bioports don't actually exist, and they were put in, and you realise there was no reason for a bioport, or people to be fingering bioports, or butt plugging bioports, or then eating out a bioport. And you're like, why did you make me see that?
Yeah, it's just why would anybody think? I know it's, and again, it's a game. It doesn't matter, as you find out. But in the moment when you're watching it for the first time, you're just thinking, why would anybody switch out a control pad or a keyboard and mouse for this just weird, like, deep sea fish looking thing?
You know, maybe I think I can make sense of it, because you are right. There is a clever idea here. There is a clever idea going on, but why are we being so harsh on it?
The Matrix did it well.
Well, there is that, but you're talking about, like, there's a clever idea, like, oh, we understand why everything was so stilted, why there are these things that are sort of jarring in reality.
You suck my.
But that's my point. Ray spends the entire movie acting gay.
Does this shirt make me look gay? No. How about now?
and then, oh, apparently the stream is down, but we'll just keep going. You know what I think is going to happen is when people reload, it will carry on. Oh god, stream stuttering apparently. I think we keep going on.
Yeah, we're still
stay with us and refresh, guys. My goodness. Okay, we're back apparently. Okay, so for the people who've suffered through a refreshing, yeah. Suddenly come back and it's Ray here. So Ray spends my point is Ray spends the whole movie acting fruity as hell, as they say in his neck of the woods, right? Real fruity. And it's only in the last minute of the film that he comes out and he's like, oh, wait, I ain't gay. Right?
yeah.
That is this film.
It is this film. Yes.
Spends the whole film being gay as hell, and at the last second says no homo. I mean, I just like.
Yeah, sorry, I was muted. Yeah, no, completely agree. Chat, I don't know why it's starting for you guys, because I've got it up on as well. It's working absolutely fine. I tell you what, you might want to call your ISPs, guys. Unless this is a coordinated attack by the mainstream media.
I think we've really confused people.
I'm going to go down the quartering route and say that we are under attack and that we need your money to be able to compete, to be able to upload streams and these horror reviews. So send us your money.
It's the only way. Send cashos.
Yeah.
Send cashos.
Yeah.
Oh, bless you, Han Eng. If you're sticking with us, no, that was a character. There was a different character from a film called Scary Movie, and that point may have been very confusing if you do not know that film. So I guess my point is kind of like you can have a really great reason for things being awkward and stilted, and it can serve a great purpose. But if your whole film is that, and we have to sit through 95 minutes of everyone being awkward and stilted, and then be told, that didn't matter. That is tricky.
I've got a reference that perhaps more people would get if they don't get the Ray Scary Movie one. Who Shot JR?
Ooh, yeah.
Doesn't matter. It was a dream.
Doesn't matter because it was undone. It was just undone. So it's a cute conceit, but if you still make the audience sit through it, and that is just it's not fun as an audience to sit through that of everyone acting weird. I want to throw this out there that this was his Cronenberg's first original script since Videodrome, reportedly. So there'd been quite a bit of a gap, and the vibe I got from this is first draft. There's cracking ideas in here. In fact, some of those cracking ideas rock up in Inception, only 11 years later. I'm sorry to go off on one a bit, TCG, but do you remember that great scene with Leo and Ellen Page where he's sort of walking her through it? Yeah. And he basically points out, like, he just asks her, how did we get here? Like, they've changed location. She has no memory of going between locations. But just how did we get here? He's pointing out the unreality
Yeah.
that is natural in a film, but would be unnatural in real life, highlighting something to the audience on multiple levels. But in story, it helps us understand that these signs of unreality indicate you are in a fake reality.
Yeah.
And that's great. And it's over in about 3 minutes.
And also it even does the are they still in a dream or not better than this film does are we still in a game or not, with the little spinning top. I mean, I think the answer over the years has been established to be yes, but it's taken years for the consensus to basically be like, yeah, they're not. Yes, they're not in a dream anymore. But but at least people cared enough to sort of deep dive that and investigate that question to come to an answer. Whereas I genuinely was like, oh, okay, are we still in the game? I don't care if you're still in the game. I'm done with this film. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. You haven't earned the payoff. You haven't. Like I said, The Matrix did it better the same year. Inception did it better, however many years later that was. And I think it's frustrating because it's not like, you're right. It's not like this film didn't have bad ideas, but it was just badly executed.
Yeah, definitely. It feels first draft, just as you say.
Yeah,
great stuff in here because those same great ideas rock up in better films. They've just been polished a lot more and aren't sort of diverted into realms of really creepy, stomach-churning sexual weirdness.
Yeah, this film was basically a polished turd that came out of the back of the person's biohole.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, look, we're going pretty hard on this. What were some things in this that worked for you?
Not much. I'll be honest, not much.
Oh man, brutal.
I just could not get into. Like I say, I mean, because the dialogue was so jarring. Jude Law's character was just, I couldn't get past his acting. I just felt his acting was odd in this film. Really, really odd. Compared to what he's been in the years past and since. Yeah. It just really, really threw me off. And again, as I say, it's frustrating because it makes sense when you contextualize it in the end, but in that moment, as I say, you've got to have a decent payoff for it to matter, and it just didn't for me. So William Dafoe though was cool. It was cool seeing him.
Oh yeah, there you go, Willem Dafoe rocking up. I'm something of a mechanic myself.
Yeah,
yeah.
Just just how he has not aged at all since.
No,
it's crazy. He's got that Morgan Freeman gene.
Just rocks up. Is the best best scene in the film. Leaves. He was just like this in Wild at Heart.
Oh, okay, right, okay. Willem Dafoe. There is that scene when he's prepping to do the biohole thing on Jude Law's character, Pikel, and he's like, because he's like got him on his belly, isn't he? And he sort of says, like, I haven't. Is there any something along the lines of, is there any risk to this? Let me see if I can find the quote. Hold on. Let me see if I can find the quote. It's got to be here. Where was it? Sorry about this. Okay, I can't find it, so I'm going to paraphrase it. But yeah, he's like, I've done this before. Nobody's been injured so far since I've been doing it. And he's like, well, how many have you done? And he's like, 3. He's like, 3? He's like, well, 2. You're my 3rd. that did make me chuckle.
He's brilliant in this. He gets the tone, and it is hilarious. Like this is the most accessible high point of the film. You know, like the little joke about, oh, we're just going to get the surgery done at a country gas station, and they just hard cut to this.
Yeah.
By the way, there was something really neat in this, like the scene of Allegra is just being a weirdo, like feeling up the gas pump. And it was just like, oh, what's she do? Oh, because this is a simulation. She's checking it. She's seeing how real it feels. She's delighted with how real it feels because she knows she's in a simulation. Yeah, nice detail. Very nice detail. Well done.
Yeah.
There's also the sort of implication. I mean, this gets into some of the good stuff in the film that just, oh my goodness, with a bit of polish, this could have been fabulous. But there's a really nice thing about what turns up in the game world is basically feeding off and amplified by the subconscious of the person playing. Which is like directly relevant to a lot of the conversations at the time, you know. Scream, like, oh my god, horror movies are making you a psycho. And we know horror movies don't make psychos, they make psychos more creative, as someone may have said at some point. But also video games, you know, that was a concern. Are video games turning you into a psycho? And
Jack Thompson, I think his name was.
Yeah. The implication here is pretty clearly like, no, that weirdness is, if people are doing really weird stuff, it's kind of just coming from them. And I think that's quite a nicely delivered bit of analysis in this. It's in the plot point that actually the assassination element is in the people's heads.
Yeah.
And then stuff just turns up and then gets amplified when they go into the simulation within the simulation. You know, things like hit by a car, or where we go, our hit by a car game and attack dog. It's like you're closer to their subconscious, so it's getting messier, more sexual, more violent, more weird. The idea you just want to experience the pain of being hit by a car, brilliant. Or the horrors of the Chinese restaurant.
Yeah.
You know, they're going to have a weird scene in a Chinese restaurant, and that's already in her mind the second she turns up here. You know, I like these kind of details. Fez, stop winning me over.
Reality is just what we tell each other it is. Sane and insane could easily switch places if the insane were to become the majority.
Brilliant. Now, Fez is an absolute Chad, but massive bonus points for anyone else who wants to name that. Name that film. Where does that come from?
I thought that was something that Keir Starmer said, to be fair.
I am sane.
Many such cases.
I'm still convinced that Rachel Reeves is nothing more than Keir Starmer in a wig and bra.
Oh god!
What?
What? We're just gonna like go down to the basement and Starmer's gonna run out in the dress and the wig falls off.
Yeah, like Norman Bates style up in the.
Precisement. Lawrence, you nailed it. Yes, in the mouth of madness. In the mouth of madness,
Nice.
and I reference that line quite a lot because it's my favorite. I think it's a brilliant thing in a brilliant film, and I think I referenced it a lot in the Invasion of the Body Snatchers 1978 review, which if you haven't seen that, go and track that one down. Good call and good quote, Fairs. Good quote. Yes, and TCG, fantastic catch on the Psycho reference. Can't smuggle things past, you know. You're just on it.
I've learned from the
you've got a good
best.
Starmer there. Can you do Bon Force of the Law?
Right.
Those who have been out protesting, saying bad things about me, will face the full force of the law. We do not like people. Did you know that my father was a tool maker? He often says that I'm his greatest creation.
Nice.
I don't know what he means by that. Excuse
think
me,
I
I
think
need
we've
to
got a
blow
good one
my
there.
nose.
With I do love weird how that story just disappeared.
Yeah.
Weird,
Yuri,
innit?
come here.
Faster than you could say
Your
was it
biohole needs
section D
plugging.
notice.
Yeah.
In these goings down, thank you for sending $5. It's very much appreciated. I thought someone was going to ask for my disgusting British law story involving stomas, but so far you've all decided to spare yourselves that. But if someone wants to have, lose their dinner, I will tell you a British legal oddity, but you have better taste than that because you actually want to know what we think of 2006 Silent Hill film. First, you were very kind saying you loved the Session 9 vid. Well, thank you. I love that. I love doing that. There was a bonus stream closing off the Halloween season. That was on Sunday. If people haven't seen it, go and check that out. Thoughts on the 2006 Silent Hill film? Underrated in my opinion, but never played the game. Well, I've played the games quite a few times. I'm a huge fan of the Silent Hill series, and I am very, very lenient on the 2006 film. I've watched it a stupid number of times, and I know there are problems with it. I know a lot of it doesn't make sense, but my goodness, I thought it was a gorgeous film. And one of the best attempts to do an adaptation. Personally think that Silent Hill 2 offers a chance to, that would make an amazing series. I mean, basically, Lost Highway already, so why not? Yeah, I'm a big fan of it. How about yourself? Even though I recognize it has major problems, I'm a big fan of that film. Loads of great stuff in it. TCG, how about yourself? How do you feel about the 2006?
I saw it years ago. Probably actually around the time it came out. Maybe when it went to DVD. I don't remember much, but my gut is telling me, my subconscious I think is telling me that yes, I liked it. It's got Sean Bean in it, if I remember correctly.
Heck yeah, it's got Sean Bean.
And I do remember the ending, and I felt very, very sad at the ending. In terms of the games, I hate playing horror games, so unsurprisingly, I haven't played Silent Hill or any of the other ones. But I did download the Silent Hill 2 remake the other week because it was on the PlayStation Plus premium games list. So I do have that. So I don't know if I get enough money paid to me on my channel. You might bribe me into playing that, but I don't know if I'll survive it.
I've got to beg you to do the original, not the remake. It's got to be the original.
Silent Hill 2. It's like 70 quid to buy on PS2.
Really? What?
Yeah. It's
what,
like
the OG? That's crazy.
It's like 65, 70 quid. It's
Talk to Samson, get that bad boy emulated.
Yeah, I should do really. I don't know. Well, I'll tell you what, if you do Halloween Resurrection, I'll consider it.
There we go. I think we'll just that would be a lovely cozy Christmas stream. We'll just mulled wine Halloween Resurrection. Thank you in these goings down, much appreciated. And oh no, TCG. Look, we could go on talking about eXistenZ, but I'm afraid Lawrence has sent in a super chat and he wants to know about British legal minutia. So we're just going to have to talk about it, right?
Well, I think we might have to.
I'm only just reconsidering whether this was a good idea to talk about this.
Well, just before we do, Oswald wants to ask about my dreams, and he is quite right in saying that I don't dream. If I dream, I might have a shred of humanity, and I might not do the nasty things I do to the people that I serve.
Imagine just
Keir, why are you such a knobhead to the people of England?
Well, it's quite simple. I was bullied as a child, you see. My father used to go around saying, "Look, kids, look at this tool. Look at this tool. Kick him in the face, why don't you? He thinks his name's Rachel, and he thinks that when he grows up, he's going to work in accounts. These are the things he would say about me to the bullies on my street.
We knew the stream would go into weird places. I didn't know it would be this weird place, but here we go.
Who knows? Who knows? Maybe me being a prime minister is actually just a simulation, and you're all playing eXistenZ right now.
Lawrence is saying I can get away with not saying it, but I know I said I would cover it. All right. So British legal law, we follow a slightly Germanic model in many ways, and it's certainly the assumption in British legal law is something is legal unless you are told it is not. It has to be specified, right? So, you know, we have laws on incest which specify distinct relations, you know, down to like, you know, second cousin, woo, third cousin, all good, you know. You have to specify aunts and so on, or
that's really weird because when me and my
great grandparents, all good, grandparents, no, etc.
But that's really weird, though. Well, you say that, but that's really weird because when I'm sure I've told the story before, but when I was getting married to my missus before, we had a meeting with the registrar. And one of the questions they asked us was whether or not we were related, and obviously we're not. And we said that, and the woman was like, "Are you sure?" As if to say like we were hiding something. And I was like, "Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Like, you know, unless you know something we don't." And then but then she openly went, "It's okay if you two are cousins. You know, you can get married if you're cousins." And we're like, "We're not related, for God's sake! Like, that's what we're trying to achieve here through matrimony. Can you just?"
They do know we're brothers, right?
Yeah,
doesn't seem to matter.
My wife identifies as a he/him.
Oh dear.
It's just like no, we're not related. Move on. Next question, please. I don't like that's. I think my response to it was actually I went, "Oh, that's nice." No.
Oh, it's amazing.
They're like, "What? Move on, man. Chill."
Goodness me.
Yeah.
All right. So basically, you know, we have a law specifying the exact relations you cannot marry. You know. I should specify it's marry rather than have relations with, but you know, well, it goes further. There was a big revision of the law around sexual crime in the 2003 Sexual Offences Act, which came into force in January 2004, and this was seen as a rather big improvement because it widened the definition of some of the most serious crimes that you can imagine. I'm not going to name on YouTube.
Course.
For instance, the big one that sounds like grape, that was, formerly, how can I say, there was one thing that could go in one place, one of two places, and be classified as that crime. I hope you follow. And the 2003 Act widened that so that it had 3 places it could go. You know, the mouth was now a place that you can follow along, basically. It widened the scope of what was covered. But something interesting about that is that it's naming very specific anatomical parts. And it makes you wonder, that means if something like happened in eXistenZ happened...
Oh, for God's sake.
Would that actually be considered the what we call a Section 1 offence under that act? Because
I don't
that is not a named orifice.
I mean...
And then you have to worry, you know, when you... I don't know if I even want to take it further, but, you know, the trans issue has sort of also brought new questions into that area, because you have to ask is... are things counting as the things that are described under that act, you know? Because if they're not, they wouldn't be prosecuted. Well, they would be prosecutable as a different offence, a Section 2 offence. But nevertheless, you have to wonder. You have to have these sort of... You get these Cronenbergian questions.
I can't even begin to... No, it's one of those things. If it ain't written down, it can't happen. Therefore,
Mm.
it wouldn't be. But morally speaking, 100%. But we're not talking morally, are we? We're talking from a legal standpoint.
Yes, from the legal standpoint,
From the legal standpoint,
it might not be classified as it might not legally count
yeah,
for a
because
Section 1 offence.
I don't know if it's still the same, but I mean, when we talk about grape, it's very much a male exclusive crime in that definitionally, based on the way
Yes.
the laws are written, women
Yes.
can't do it, even if they are using copious amounts of metalube.
Yep, it would be a Section 2 offence at most.
Which is ridiculous. So again, it's one of those like, well, legally speaking, it's not, but we all know it is. It's just because a piece of paper says it. Just because a piece of paper says it isn't, doesn't mean it isn't.
Absolutely. So yeah, it's I could go further. I could tell you about animals, but I won't, because I think we've gone we've gone into a weird enough place with that.
Yeah.
You don't want to know. You don't want to know, but there are other interesting, weird scenarios with that. I will not draw the stream into that area.
If air was somehow able to escape that biohole, do you think it would whistle? Look at the way it's pursed.
Oh yeah,
it looks like it could whistle.
See, it's giving you the old "come hither."
Yeah.
Oh dear.
That's just the game loading.
You know, I will say there's kind of a fun moment, you know, when I did like when he says he doesn't want to get one because of the infection risk. Like it's a hole just opening directly into your body, and Allegra just sort of looks at him and opens her mouth. I thought that was great.
Yeah. Yeah, but bitch, I can shut that, man.
Oh, I see. Lawrence also had the pleasure of studying the Sexual Offences Act 2003. Yes, we modelled a lot of that on German code, which explains some of the presumptions and changes that were brought in. But yeah, you don't need to know about my thesis. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, Lawrence. I hope you feel you got your money's worth there, even if I didn't cover the animal aspect.
I remember how surprised I was to study at SOA 2003 at university and discover just how willing most female students were to blame the victim in practice. What? Are you for real? Hang on. Were they literally? Hang on. Were the women going, "What was she wearing"? Are we talking like that sort of blame?
Well, Lawrence would have to answer that.
Yeah. Sorry, that was more of a question to Lawrence because he's making the statement.
I mean, the law will have gone into some quite different places now. But one thing that we did very well in the Sexual Offences Act 2003 is add some things where it's like the burden of proof was decidedly on the defendant, basically, in a situation like so. You've taken her to the woods in your taxi, far away from anywhere she wanted to go, and she's got sort of bruises on her hands from trying to break the glass. Yeah, she doesn't have to really prove lack of consent here. Actually, you have to prove, given how weird this is, how unlikely the situation is, you have to prove that it was all abroad. I'm probably taking us into some weird legal minutiae there, but the shifting of the presumption of guilt was, actually quite sensible when you have certain conditions in place.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry, I won't drag us into legal minutiae.
No, but it is just fascinating sort of stuff.
Oh, it absolutely is.
Stupid our country is.
Yeah, our laws are. I know we improved them, but there's still quite a few problems in there. But yeah, there we go. I'm going to move us back to this.
That's it. Yeah, let's just take us back to the Chinese restaurant with the dodgy food.
Yeah, I think as we're covering this, the idea was like there's cool stuff in there about basically your subconscious. As they go deeper in, it's like they are getting closer to the subconscious, which is why the sort of rawer stuff happens at this level. But as cool a sequence as you get like this, it's, man, I feel it. TCG, I just feel it. It could be so much more.
Oh, 100%. And annoyingly, this film only has a short runtime as well. So tries to pack a lot of stuff into it, but it doesn't have the time to. Again, it doesn't have the time just to flesh certain aspects out, And I'm not saying that I think a longer film would make this one better. If anything, I think it would make it more frustrating. I just think, I think if they had did a lot of revising on this, revised a lot of aspects of this film, and a bit of rewriting, perhaps they could have made it something better. They could have, because again, it just feels like, do you know? I'm going to give a hot theory. I don't think the Inception angle was actually the true ending. I just think when they got into post production and they had finished the edit and they looked at the film and was like, "This is a piece of crap. This is a piece of crap. We can't afford to like do reshoots and rewrites. What should we? Oh, don't worry. I watched Dallas one time. Yeah, we'll do that. That seemed to go down really well.
Oh dear.
That's what I think happened.
It is a bit of a hasty one, even if I absolutely love like the dog hiding guns.
Yeah.
There's touches of visual genius in this film, as you always get with Cronenberg, but just gosh darn, it's so janky. There's this Korean film. I've talked about it once or twice. It's not perfect, but it's very good fun. It's called A Bittersweet Life. It's from 2005. A Bittersweet Life. About a bodyguard who I think messes up, and basically he's hired to protect a guy's daughter. He messes up, and then the whole crime family turns against him, basically. So he has to go on the run, and he has to acquire weapons. And there is an amazing scene where he has to assemble a weapon in a crowded room in a sort of real race against time with someone else trying to assemble a weapon as well. And it is so amazingly tense. Even if you watch nothing else, watch that scene. Because you know what the stakes are, you know what it means, and it is like a stunningly difficult thing done basically in, as my memory is like, it's quite a long shot, which helps attention. It will stick with you. Like I saw this in a film festival in 2005, and it sticks with me, 20 years later. This film, this scene, on the other hand, it's like, because they're in a simulation, the Chinese guy just doesn't really react.
Yeah.
And he just sort of assembles it, and it plays quite flatly,
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
It just didn't land, man. And I think by the end, we both said like the constant, actually, I'm a double agent. No, I'm a triple agent.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh my,
it's like
it's too much.
It's like something out of a really bad. It's almost like a comedy skit. Like when you've got one person pointing a knife at another person, and then that person pulls out a gun, and then that person pulls out an assault rifle, and that person pulls out a rocket launcher. Scary Movie again. No. It's Don't Be a Menace.
Don't Be a Menace. Yeah.
It's that scene.
It just keeps escalating.
We have a problem.
My goodness. Yeah. What a reference. Not just Scary Movie, but Don't Be a Menace. Oh.
This film took elements from everything, didn't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah. It's gosh darn it. I think the trouble is, I think you're meant to be exhausted. It is meant to be surreal and over the top. But the trouble is, we've had to sit through 90 blooming minutes of the film to get there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's good stuff in here. There's nice technical observation. Little jokes about the technology gets smaller and smaller as you go on. Certainly something that was happening at the time. It's sort of dropped off now, but
Oh my gosh,
that's
yeah,
not
that's
the
so
trend at the
true.
moment.
That is so true. Remember mobile phones in the 90s? Like the smaller the phone, the cooler you were.
Mm.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's actually a really good. Yeah.
Don't go have a brick. You can't have a brick. And
No, that's it. No.
Apple were trying to make the iPhones as thin as possible.
Mm-hmm.
You can basically Slim Jim with them.
Yep.
And then
And also fold phones, like flip phones and things like that. They were quite. I mean, they've got a second energy, a second burst of wind. I've got a Fold 4, and I'm hoping to get a Fold 7. I couldn't go back to just like bog standard phones, like because I've had a.
Wait, is that folding horizontally or folding like opening out like a book?
Opens like a book.
Oh
So,
yeah,
yeah.
I've got a colleague who's got one of those. It looks pretty funky.
Yeah, they're so good. I mean, I'm not annoyed. I'm getting a new one because the actual the thing in the middle has gone a bit funny, so it doesn't open all the way. But this phone is like 3 years old now. I think 3 years old, and from what I've heard, the Fold 7s have sort of resolved a lot of the issues that the earlier Folds had. But before that, I had a. Do you remember the Motorola Razr?
Oh yeah, you never saw the end of those blooming
Yeah.
adverts. Is that the hello Moto?
Hello,
adverts?
Yeah, so I did get one of those, but like a modern like smartphone one. It was funny because I was talking to my son about it while I was waiting for him to get his haircut, and I was telling him about the phones that we used to have back in the day, and I mentioned the Razr, and he said, "Oh no, they've got a new one out." And I looked into it, and it just so happened that they were half price. So I phoned up my missus. I was like, "Right, get on the phone. I know what phone I want now." And I love that phone. But yeah, so I went from that to a Fold, and I wouldn't look. I couldn't look back now. I'm hooked. I'm just waiting for them to fold out 3 ways. Do you know what I mean? I will like fold out like a newspaper.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Hey, God, that's making me think of something. Oh, it's the mandibles. They have that. They have that in Lionel Shriver's book, The Mandibles.
Okay.
Basically, it's like it's not mobile. It's like this paper screen or this. I guess it's kind of like a plastic screen, like an old OHP projector sheet, but you can fold it up and put it in your pocket and pull out, and it's just like it unfolds literally like a newspaper.
What?
Yeah, that's how she imagines the next step is. Just like you've got to have it as thin as possible, and you have it foldable, and it's literally
That's it.
this.
Yeah. I don't know why that way. I mean, I know why they stopped going down that route for a while, because obviously when the iPhones came out, they pretty much monopolized the way smartphones should look. Even though I've never owned an Apple product. So yeah, I'm a folder. I'm a flipper. And
You're a double dipper.
I'm a double dipper. I'm a midnight joker.
Yay. I think this shows that we don't really have much to say about eXistenZ, because
I suppose what it does do is it does give you a bit of a nostalgia trip, doesn't it? If you're when you're watching
it does, yeah. Very 90s stuff. Lots of people looking very, very young. Guys, Lawrence saying, I think the Sexual Offences Act killed discussion, kill the chat. It's like, yeah, you wait till you hear me on the Cunningham. Was it the Coldwell recklessness? That's a Cunningham all the way.
Yeah, we've come a lot. In these goings down, yes, we've come a long, long way. Now I'm watching the stream on a phone in my car in a parking lot. I think we were only talking the other day about my bloody portable TVs that I used to take to school with me.
Oh yeah,
I used to take about bloody 12
for that.
Yeah, took about 12 batteries, and you only had the terrestrial TV channels, which is 4 of them if you live in the UK. So I suppose these sort of films. I suppose the one saving grace about it is that they're very dated. I mean, because that's the thing, like, the Matrix. The only thing that makes that film dated is funny enough the mobile phones. Is the Nokia that they have in that phone in that film. Everything else, just you could kind of fit into place even now, because even like the clothes and the things they wear, the style isn't it doesn't feel that 90s, if that makes sense. But the phones,
Except the hair
definitely do.
crimping. Oh, sorry, the Matrix. Sorry. Yeah, in the Matrix, it is just
But
the phone.
Yeah, but this, it's horribly 90s.
Look at these
Look at that.
Backstreet Boys appreciating mofos.
I mean, there is not anything there that says I'm not. There's nothing there that says I'm not from the 90s.
No, I yeah. Like
they're talking about Nokias in the chat. I had a Nokia 5110, right, and I replaced the front cover on it because you could replace the front covers with Chef, and it was a Chef's chocolate salty balls theme.
Amazing. Buying your ringtone for £2.
It was like black and pink. Did you compose your ringtones? Because I did.
No.
Some phones would let you compose ringtones, and so the one I did was remember, Ludacris, didn't you? Yeah, Act a Fool.
Oh, I don't know that
Tell
one.
me what you gonna do? Act a fool, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that was my ringtone for a while, but like in Nokia's like 8-bit jingles. No, it wasn't Nokia. It was that was a Samsung, I think it was. No, it was a Motorola, like a little tiny blue Motorola phone. I had my eldest son threw that down the toilet. To be fair, he was about 2 at the time.
Incredible.
And then I got a new phone, and then literally within an hour, he threw that one down the toilet. Absolutely.
Was it waterproof enough, or was it done?
No, it wasn't.
Oh man. Well, I feel if we do this, we've possibly wandered a bit far. See, chat is talking about Too Fast, Too Furious now, and we all love a bit of Devon Aoki chat. In fact, maybe let's get some Devon Aoki on the screen, just while we round things up. Why not?
Why not?
That's geez, I can't put that on screen. Crikey!
Why not? You put.
No. Oh dear, I'm going to rethink this one. Let's get her from Fast and Furious. Yeah, this is fine. Oh dear. That's an unfortunate Google search now. There we go. Let's all appreciate. Why not? We got Ray up.
Wee.
Let's have Devon Aoki. There you go. Fast and. We got to flush out all the 90s aesthetics with proper 2000s aesthetics. All right. We could delve further into eXistenZ, and maybe some people want us to go into it a bit more. Like, what about the sort of the theme of the replacement of religion with the internet and games? And it's like we could try and pick a bit more out of it. The trouble is,
the film tells you it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's the thing is, this feels so first draft that I just want to say, I'm sorry, I want to hand his homework back and say, sorry, you got to revise it for me. You got to revise it. I need to see a second draft version at least with more coherence before we give a deeper review, because I think a lot of those ideas, just like the plot, they just have not cohered. And I feel that's not where Cronenberg's attention was. He wanted to do the weird stuff.
Yeah.
And so the rest of the ideas in the film just did not cohere well.
Yeah. I couldn't stop thinking about The Matrix when I was watching this as well. It got me thinking of other things as opposed to like trying to instead of getting me interested in the universe that it was bringing me into. I was thinking this just looks like The Matrix, but with David Cronenberg sprinkled on it, as opposed to like something unique. I wasn't a fan, I'm afraid. And
I struggled with it.
Any deeper meaning that might have been in there, was sadly lost by the fact that at the end it's just a game, bro. Don't matter. and then they try and do it again, and it's like they try and ask this like deep Inception-esque question, and it's like, I don't care.
No,
I just don't care.
That is it. TCG, we do not care about these people who we've seen go through 3 or 4 identities, and they're are they their real selves now? Well, I don't care. Whereas
Yeah.
Inception, which has many of the same ideas of this film 11 years later, you're going with consistent characters, and so you care about them.
Yeah.
But when we get to the end, I don't care about these people, and I don't really know enough about the world to be invested in it.
Yeah,
If
I mean,
it even is the world.
Yeah, I mean, I would say they kind of do the Inception thing where they in this film where they are still the same person, but obviously they've got one of the things I did find interesting. I was really hoping that they would explore was the bit when they were like the game's trying to push you to do a certain thing, a certain task, and because like Jude Law's like, I would never say something like that out loud, like because he gets really stern at one point. And she's like, no, that's the game, like trying to get you, like forcing you into a dialogue tree that, you have to go down. And again, I don't really feel like they really pushed the boat out with that.
No, that's really interesting stuff. There's loads of interesting subtext in there.
Like I would have really, I mean, I know he kills the Chinese waiter in the restaurant. But I would have loved to see his, because I would have loved to have seen his
Chinese
character.
takeout.
Yeah. But I would have loved to have seen him do something really against his morals and beliefs that really sort of like pushed him over the edge. But yeah, sort of going back to it, but their core character, their core self, if you will, sort of stays intact. But then again, yeah. So once the film, sorry, not once it ends, but once it's revealed that actually these aren't the characters that you've been following, and these are actually they are characters, but they're not the real people that we've been following. You're kind of like, right. So I've now got to get behind these new characters, because essentially that's what they are. I've now got to understand what their wants and needs are, and what their morals, their value systems are. And you're giving me, what is it? Oh, you're giving me 3 minutes to figure that out. Yeah, that's not happening.
Yeah, and that idea as well has been done better elsewhere. The idea of like you're kind of seeing a dream, and then you finally encounter the real world, and you want to try and unpick what was real from what you saw in the dream. Like, that's great. Silent Hill does that. Silent Hill the game did that in a wonderful way. Wizard of Oz did that brilliantly. The Japanese section of 3 Extremes did that really interestingly. So it's just, I'm sorry, it's all been done better. I really, honestly, I liked this when I was a teenager. I was like, it stuck with me. But I've not watched it since. And coming back to it, I just thought, ooh, does not hang together the way I hoped it would. So
yeah, I just think if you watch this when you're younger, like a kid, you sort of see big explosion, good, oh, gross thing, bad, oh, that's grim, oh, that's, you're not looking at it as a film. It's like when I was a kid, I used to watch The Running Man all the time.
Oh yeah,
and things like Total Recall. But I watched it because of the action scenes. I watched it because Arnold Schwarzenegger. I never watched it because of the story itself. It was just, oh, Arnie's in it, cool. That's it. That's it. And it wasn't until we sat down recently and we did that Running Man review that I started to see all of like the little Easter eggs and the little bits hidden in there, like the bit when Killian's talking in the background. They've got like they've got the show's credits rolling, and it's just a bunch of like inside jokes. Like I never noticed that before, and it was just like, okay, I'm actually watching this film from a completely different angle, and I'm like, I appreciate it more now than anything, but. Yeah, I could completely understand if you're a teenager watching this, thinking, cool, this film was cool, and then coming back to it and going, well, actually, now I'm watching it with a more mature head on my shoulders. Yeah, it don't quite hold up.
Yeah, that's it. We've had a few scores come in. I'm afraid I can't remember who, but someone dropped like a 3 or a 4 early.
Yeah,
I think it might have been F4RT. Might have dropped a 3 or a 4. I can't remember. I've seen a 6 out of 10 come out from Murgoot. Yeah, so 6 out of 10, but 6 out of 12 burgers, Murgoot. It's not that bad that you've docked the maximum possible burgers.
That's how bad it
Ketchup,
is.
chicken gristle, and yeah, cat butts. Definitely. Oh, they do look like cat butts. I saw a 6 out of 12 from Dr. Prepper. Fair enough. Did someone drop an 8? Lawrence dropped to 7. So a fairly balanced take. How about yourself, TCG? Can we get closing thoughts and score on this one?
It's a 3 out of 12 burgers for me. I didn't like this
Oof.
film. Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, as I say, if the film tells me not to care about everything that happened up to that point, I'm not going to care about everything that happened up to the big reveal point. Dialogue was messy, and again, yeah, for legitimate reasons, but not. I don't care to defend that. I just. Yeah, it was again. It was like The Matrix again, but just with Cronenberg's just weirdly beautiful, like odd mind just melded over it. Yeah.
Fair. 3 sounds harsh, but I'm with you. It was a struggle. It was a struggle on the rewatch. Yeah. Another 6 has come in. Oh, and Lawrence says it was Laku or Laku who gave it a score of 3, potentially 4. So yeah, okay. As for me, well, you've heard the thoughts. I'll just echo it. The trouble is, this feels like a first draft. That's what I'm holding with. It feels like a first draft. It feels very sloppy, and it feels like all these really good ideas, which we would see turn up in really interesting films, just did not get the time and attention they need, and it was a confusing way to present it. So I've got to say, it's weird for me to struggle to get through a film, but I was feeling the time on this one. I was really feeling time, just like just feeling lots of I don't care about this. Move on.
Yeah,
it was tough. I don't like feeling that when I watch a movie, you know. I feel, but this one it was not working for me. So a very rare, very low score for me. I think I'm going to I might. The best I can do is a 4, because great visuals, interesting group of actors, some decent scenes, some decent ideas, but just if you're below 6, it's the don't recommend. It's like, yeah, there's some good stuff in here, but to be honest, you can get all it's not the best Cronenberg if you just want weird body horror, and it's definitely not the best exploration of this topic, you know. So why not watch Videodrome and Inception and, you know, double feature, and you get the best of both worlds there.
Yeah, that's another thing about this film, man. Jennifer Jason Leigh, Jude Law, Ian Holm, Christopher Eccleston, Willem Dafoe. You know, just some it's a really strong cast. And it just really feels like they've dropped the ball with it.
Yeah, made them just super, super stulted. It's,
yeah,
you know, it's like in there's a really good film that has John Hurt in it, The Skeleton Key from 2005. I always go on about this because it's a great movie. No one's seen it. John Hurt gets to basically do nothing in the whole film, and has a, you know, he has a little bit of a bath time, and that's it. Now he's kind of cast because the fact that it's John Hurt makes you sort of expect a lot from him. So it's kind of like a double bluff, but a lot of it felt like that. My goodness, I wish we watched Skeleton Key instead. That film is so great.
Yeah.
All right.
I think I've seen that film.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Yeah.
It's
the babysitter, right? Is it
basically? Well, it's an in-house nurse.
That's
Fun
it.
fact,
Yes.
I don't want to really give too. I'm not going to spoil it. I'm not going to spoil it. Watch it, and then we might talk about it another time, because there's a fun way of seeing that movie. But I will not I will not spoil it for people. Okay. Well, so I'd say 3 and 4 out of 12 from the panel. We tried. My goodness, we tried. But we don't seem to be too well. I mean, chat's actually a fair bit more generous. Lakey, that is the one with Louisiana. It's Kate Hudson and A Skarsgård. I can't remember which one. Really good film, really good fun. So we've got our review. We need to do the horror homework now. Horror homework. We're continuing with Cronenbergs. We are moving on to David's son, Brandon, and we're going to go for his film Antiviral next week. Next week's film, Antiviral. It is... Well, I think you'll like it more than this, TCG.
You think?
I don't know how you'll take to it, but I think you'll like it more than this. So
I mean, this is a pretty low bar. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like we've kind of done the whole Rotten Tomatoes sort of reviewing system here, where we've gone one end, chat have gone the other, but now we're trying to work out. I mean, I suppose we'll have to take the critics badge, won't we? Because we're the ones sitting here right now talking about the film.
Oh, we are professionals.
We are, yeah.
Technically, we get paid for this, so technically we're professionals.
£7,000, right? Am I right?
Yeah, so 7K because we love the nation. I just love all Hollywood executives.
Oh, don't we all?
A lot of them. They're great.
Every single one of them. And I love Banks. I really love Banks. I mean, I worked. Well, I mean, I did work in one for nearly a decade. So yeah.
Well, before we get into any hot, I don't want to jeopardize my 7K, so I'll leave it there. You've got your horror.
Abby Shapiro, what a woman!
Bringing everyone over.
Forget Ben.
Oh
but
dear,
Abby.
I'm not going to do it again. But if you recall the gradually I began to date them joke.
I mean, we talk about £7,000, but Abby is packing at least £14,000, if you know what I mean.
Oh my goodness, folks! You have had your review of eXistenZ. Oh Jesus! We've cursed chat now. Worse than the Sexual Offences Act discussion. You have had your review of eXistenZ. You've had a nice discussion of Scream 7, which we are still kind of positive about. We'll certainly give it a look at. And you have got your horror homework for next week. We are covering Brandon Cronenberg's Antiviral. I think from 2014. It's a bit of a hoot. I think it'll stick with you.
I think I must have said something magical because Murgoot sounds like he's feeling better.
He's perked up.
He's perked up.
All right, folks. Terrible. All right, folks. Well, I will leave it there. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for those super chats. Thank you for the memberships. You are all stars. Check out the Session 9 stream from Sunday if you didn't already. Go on lotusheaters.com and you can see me rocking this MR James Ghost Stories discussion. 2 and a bit hours for you, and it's free. You don't have to pay for it at all. You can just enjoy it. There you go. And of course, see what TCG is up to tomorrow, because he is going to be trying to dual stream.
Yeah.
There we go.
Nothing could possibly go wrong.
Yeah. Tech issues? Nah, not us.
Never experienced one of those in my life. Do you think
we call it a Swindon moment?
Yeah. We know Carl Benjamins round here. We know what we're doing. We do.
Brilliant. All right. Well, thank you very much, TCG. Fun as ever discussing it.
Pleasure as always. Thank you, chat. You've been great as well, I will say.
Yes, chat. Wonderful derailing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lots of love to you. Have a good Friday. Have a good weekend after that. And I will leave you. Yeah. Thanks, y'all. Cheers.
#Shield Gang. Ron, don't cross the streams.